guys, welcome to my kitchen again. I wanted to do another quick tutorial, kind of share with you a little bit about some ways that I kind of prep dinner meals during the day, kind of at the lunchtime hour when I'm kind of taking a break from stuff before I do some work before the kids get home. So even though I'm home, I'm still busy. I'm still a busy mom, and I still have other responsibilities, but I still find time to prep and prepare dinner. So as people are jumping on, I'm just going to kind of quickly tell you what I'm doing here. I'm making a poached chicken for a salad recipe that I have that's going to actually be part of my reset that I'm going to be starting next week, but I'm trying some of the recipes out to kind of get myself in gear and ready to do that. So the recipe technically called for grilled chicken, and I opted, since it's kind of cold and rainy out, I opted to not do the grilling, and I'm going to do a poached chicken instead. And I found, there's several recipes, and poaching chicken really isn't that hard, but I found a recipe that kind of called for kind of a more flavored water broth that you use, and to save some time and to do something a little bit less cumbersome, and not that that's super time consuming, but when you're short on time, you don't want to spend the time cutting up carrots and celery and onions and adding all those spices. Sometimes you want to find some kind of shortcut. So I actually have found this chicken stock, organic chicken stock from Costco. So I think it was 6 in a package. And this is actually made with chicken, onions, celery, carrots, and spices. So I've got a lot of the stuff already in there. I did add a couple cloves of garlic for additional flavor, and I added some extra salt, Himalayan sea salt, and crushed peppercorns, as well as a little bit of extra onion powder and garlic powder. I do like to use spices, so I tend to add additional spices even if something is already seasoned. So I'm waiting for my water to boil, but I wanted to kind of give you a rundown of what this salad is going to look like. So I'm going to poach the chicken. This recipe called for boiling the chicken for 3 minutes and then covering and simmering for about 12 to 15 minutes. You want to make sure it's done, remove promptly, and then I'll cool it and then keep it in the fridge, and then when I take it out, I'm just going to warm it up, or we could have it cold. So it's kind of a versatile type of meat. You can eat warm or cold. And the salad is super basic, and so you may have kids at home that don't eat salads. My kids aren't huge salad eaters. I have one that will and one that won't. So if they don't want to do the salad, you've got the main fixings for a salad for those that will eat salad, and it's easy enough to put together a side dish of additional vegetables. My kids like baked potatoes, so those are always an easy side, in addition to like a broccoli or some other side dish. And a great side note with the broccoli and the chicken broth, I have really discovered that we really like kind of basically doing the same thing with the broccoli that I'm doing with the chicken, only more of a steaming, not quite as much liquid, and using fresh broccoli florets chopped up and then putting it in a pan with some boiling broth, and then covering it and letting that absorb the liquid to add flavor, and just getting them to the consistency, softness that you like. So that's a great item you can make up ahead. You can make it in advance and then warm it up at dinner time. So having kind of some of those staples on hand have been really helpful for me as well. So I'm going to show you, I've got this on my little tripod here. I'm going to show you what I have for my salad. Super simple. I have and I'm actually going to use more than one head of romaine because this is a skinny one, but I found a good deal on these also at Costco. So I'm going to chop up romaine, and then also I'm going to add cucumber and tomato and Kamada olives, and the recipe actually called for pine nuts. I don't have pine nuts, so I'm going to use hemp hearts. It also has a Greek vinaigrette dressing recipe that I don't have all the ingredients for, so I'm actually going to use this. This has been a great item that we use a lot for marinating, and actually my one son that likes salads actually really likes this on his salad. So we're going to use this vinaigrette for our salad tonight. So basic, super simple salad. You can add any number of vegetables to a salad. Obviously this is just what I have on hand and what I'm going to use for mine. So my water is still boiling, so I'm not quite ready to put the chicken in, but I just wanted to give you guys a quick lunchtime or even morning time before you head out to work, or even the night before. I think a lot of this stuff could be made up ahead of time and just be ready to throw together for a quick dinner when you get home from work. You guys, these are the kinds of things that I have shared in my group, and I can't even explain how excited I am that my group has learned how to meal prep and plan. I have several people in my group that work full-time, and they are loving their crock pot meals, and they're loving these meal prep tips because life is busy, and when you've got work and kids and responsibilities and activities, you really do need things that are quick. So these groups have been a great resource. We've shared back and forth, and so many people have had such great ideas after they've kind of learned the basics. So that's really what it takes, is learning the basics and kind of engaging within the group and kind of sharing what you've learned. And you'd be surprised how many people can kind of come up with ideas based off of just some simple tools and some simple tips. So that has been such a great experience for me to have these ladies in my group learn and grow just through these, a 30-day challenge. They are challenging themselves and making some great strides in their health and fitness. And you guys, I don't share a lot of transformation stories and pictures of my groups. We're very, very private and close-knit, but we don't always have those transformation pictures. And I know that, for a lot of people, pictures kind of speaks 1,000 words, but I'll tell you, I have had so much joy in just experiencing the expression of their emotions and how much better they feel and how they express their gratitude to me for just, giving them the opportunity to try out these groups. And I know it's not a picture, but for me, just having that emotion being expressed to me has been such a great experience. And I am so thankful for these groups and the opportunity to share these types of tips with them. So my water's almost boiling. I'm not going to make you sit and watch me boil my chicken, but if this was a helpful recipe for you and you try it, or if you have another tip, or maybe some other way of doing this that I have missed, please let me know. I'd be happy to hear any tips that you might have in regards to a lunchtime dinner prep kind of idea. And you guys, I am always looking for ideas for tutorial videos like this so that I can add more value to my page and to my audience. And so if there is something that specifically that I could do that might be helpful, I know a lot of people struggle with nutrition and meal planning and prepping. I do share fitness stuff, but a lot of times people feel like that's not where they struggle. So I want to learn where I can be most helpful and engaging. And so if this is helpful, please let me know. Make a comment below. Let me know that this was helpful. Share this, keep this. This is a basic recipe, but it might be one that you want to revisit later on. So certainly don't hesitate to tag people. And you guys that are jumping on, thank you so much for being in my kitchen with me this afternoon. I hope that this was insightful and helpful for you. And like I said, if you try it, let me know. I would love to hear. Thanks again, guys. Have a great afternoon. Bye, Sue, Miranda. Bye.